Okay, I think we are live. I'm just going to go double check to make sure that. I don't want to start and then have that weird noise. I think you might just have to share from my page. I'm not seeing the option to tap it.
Yes, that's fine. In your life.
Okay. All right, everybody. Hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you'll be watching this from. Welcome to another session of Gardening Made Simple with Priscille, where we'll be sharing an amazing system that you can use to grow your own fruit and vegetables right in your living room. My name is Priscille. I'm originally from Cameroon and I reside in Dallas, Texas. And today I have an amazing guest and she'll be sharing her experience with what we call the Tower Garden for those who don't know. I'm going to be asking her some questions and she'll just be sharing her experience as we go. First of all, I want to say hello to all those who may be watching us right now from any social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You are very welcome. Sit tight, comfortable, grab a glass of water and learn, because like they say, knowledge is power. We want to get knowledge is potential power. Applied knowledge is power. That's how we say it. But it's good to have information so that we can make informed decision. I also want to welcome all the business partners that are in the Zoom. Thank you all for taking the time to come be here with us today, and all the potential guests that have been invited. I also say massive welcome to you for taking the step. And I say congratulations for taking a step to come learn how you can start your own garden in your living room. Yes, I call it my living room garden. So without saying much, I'm going to bring on my guests so that we start the party. And trust me, it's going to be fun and very informative. Hi, beautiful.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. We thank God.
You are welcome to this platform. I'm so honored to have you on to come share your experience with us, with our guests, with our viewers, so that they can get the information they need, because I think that we are living in a very crucial time that we need to take actions to control our food source. So let's just get into it. First, let us know what your name is, where you're from, what your name is, where you're from, and where you live. Brief intro about you in general.
Okay, so my name is Olufolake Adewusi, and people normally call me Fola. I do reside in Rhode Island, in America. I am a wife, I'm a mother, and I'm a nurse.
Amazing. Wife, mother, nurse. Those are many caps to have on. You must be a very tough lady, huh? Okay, so my first question to you is, we all know we belong to a community. So first of all, before we get into the Tower Garden part, I would like to know, how did you get involved with this community?
Okay, so in addition to me being a wife, a mother, and a nurse, I'm also, I have a business franchise with our company. And it basically involves fruits and vegetables in a plant powdered form. And apart from that, we have what we call a tower garden. So I've been with this wonderful company for about almost 2 years now. And I have been, gazing on this beautiful device that we have that's so amazing. Yes, dear.
Before we get into that, how did you join the company? That's what I want the viewers to know first.
How did I join the company?
Yeah.
Wow.
How did you come across it? Yeah.
Okay. Basically, I joined because I wanted to have, to live healthier. I had gained enormous amount of weight, and I needed to lose weight. And a sister of mine introduced me to the product. And then at the same time said, why don't you try the business aspect of this? And knowing me, I love to grab opportunities when they come my way. And I looked into it and I joined. And the rest is history. I could go into more details if you want, but.
Okay, no, thank you for that. I just wanted for the people or those that are maybe watching us for the first time to understand how you got involved with the company. And what were some of your goals? Like, let's say, getting into the company. What were you looking for aside from the weight goal, or was it just to achieve your goal? Did you have some financial goals, stuff like that?
Yeah. So my main interest in joining the company was firstly in regards to my health, my weight. And then, of course, there's nothing wrong in earning an extra stream of income, okay? Apart from being a nurse, I used to be a makeup and gele artist. I was a good one, I would say, for a good 11 years. And then when the pandemic hit, everything stopped. So my little extra income that I enjoyed earning stopped. I am still passionate about makeup and everything, but because of the fear of what's going on, everybody canceled all their appointments and everything. So when this opportunity came around, I jumped on it because I love to earn a multiple stream of income. I don't just rely on one source. So, yeah.
Amazing. I mean, who doesn't like money? If you're watching us right now and you feel like you don't like money, please put a comment wherever you're watching. And after this, all these amazing ladies you're seeing will drive or fly to wherever you are and have the access to your account so we can collect what is there if you don't like it, right? And extra is always good because one source of income is not secured. So that was just to give you a little background of where we're coming from. It's not just by error that we're here sharing about the Tower Garden. We're part of a community of like-minded, health-minded people that support each other, encourage each other. So if you're out there, you're looking for maybe this new year, right? You probably have some financial goals, you have some health goals. So this is where you can get empowered to meet those goals, right? I like this opportunity because it gives you that option to meet the two goals that everybody is always striving for: better health and more income. So right now we're going to dive into why we are here. Let me ask, why you were in, I don't know if you grew up in Nigeria, but I'm just assuming, have you ever done like traditional farming before?
So to give you a little bit of a background on myself, I was actually born in America, okay?
Ajebo, as we call it.
I'm not a Jabota, I have both sides, trust me. So good enough, and I'm grateful to my parents. They took me back home, which is Nigeria, at the age of 7, and I lived there for a good 12 years. So I was able to learn the language, the culture, and everything. In regards to farming, I lived in the city. I don't have any farming experience whatsoever. The only farming experience that I do have is maybe when I was taking a science course and they'll just give you little beans to see what will happen. So no experience whatsoever in regards to farming.
Amazing. Thanks for sharing that background. I'm going to come back to the fact that you don't have any experience with farming once you share. So, all right, let's dive into it. Why did you decide to get a Tower Garden for yourself?
Okay, so as I was saying previously that when I joined the company, I was aware that we do have another line of products, which is a Tower Garden, and I've been admiring it from afar. And I've been, contemplating about getting it or not getting it. And since I joined the company, my family and I are more health cautious. We eat more fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. We're always in the store buying fruits and vegetables 2 or 3 times a week. So this particular day, I went to the store to go do regular shopping. She's laughing because I shared this with her already. And one, I couldn't find certain vegetables. Everything was just, the shelves were empty. And then I went for a real bell pepper because I want to make soup, The real bell pepper was so expensive. 3 for $5. I'm like, what? Why? What happened? I said, this is it. This is my hint that I need to get my tower garden. So I will have control over my own source of my vegetables and fruits whenever I need it. So yes.
Amazing. And why I'm laughing like dying is because prior to her even sharing that with me, we had talked so much on different occasions about her getting a tower garden, and she kept saying, okay, this time I'm going to get it. Okay, this time I'm going to get it. So when she had that experience of going to the store, and I'm sure we all do, right? You go to the store, even if it's not the price, you go to the store, you get like what is considered fresh fruit and vegetables. You bring it at home, it spends one day and it gets bad. I'm sure if you have experienced that, I'd like to hear that in the chat as well, you know, or you go to the store and you cannot really find the fresh, like very fresh vegetables that you need to cook, you know. And so when she had that experience, she came back and shared with me. She was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm getting my tower garden tonight. I was like, thank goodness, finally the Lord has given you a sign. Because sometimes we have this information, but we keep procrastinating. We keep pushing it. But trust me, there's going to come that moment when it's going to be a turnaround, just like for her. And she also mentioned that she will go to the store and the shelves will be empty. Now, I'm glad that everybody in this Zoom is a lady. And I'm sure that probably people that will be watching from Facebook, ladies will be watching as well. Have you people experienced the trend that's happening now? You go to the store and the fruit and vegetable aisles are literally empty. Is it not concerning to you? Just trying to be curious and food for thought. Is it not concerning that you go to the store? I mean, the shelves that have the fast food, the junk food, they're always full, but the ones that we need are not there. What are you doing to take control of your food? Have you even thought about it? It's good to be proactive, you know? It's good to be proactive. Don't wait until like something happens before you take action, because those are already signs. You don't know what will happen next week after, next month, and stuff like that. So I am super glad that I'm part of this community and I got to learn about this aeroponic system of growing, which you can use to grow your own fruit and vegetable right in your living room. And that's why we're sharing. We don't want to keep it to ourselves and enjoy by ourselves. So I'll pause there for a moment and I'm going to come back. So you said that you have no prior farming experience. No. So how are you operating this? How are you able to operate this system?
It's very easy. It's just follow the instructions, and that's all I did. Even I'm amazed with what I've been able to put together here. It's so simple. Anybody can do this. Anybody. If I don't have any garden experience whatsoever, I don't have a green thumb like they say, I'm able to put this together. Anyone can.
Yes, it is that easy, guys. You don't need to have a technical degree to know how to operate this system. Even when I was thinking of getting mine, my first worry was, okay, setting it up. How am I even going to? Because when it comes to technology or stuff that are technical, I'm zero. Let me just put it out there. So I was putting in my mind, I'm like, how am I going to set this thing up? But then I went for it. I'm like, if it's more than me, I'll call a friend. There must be somebody that can help me set it up. I got it. And with the excitement, it was not even up to 20 minutes. My tower garden was already up. I looked at myself, I said, Priscilla, I'm proud of you. But that is how easy that system is. You do not need a green thumb to operate it. Super easy. It comes with the manual and all the directions step by step for you to follow and do what you need to do to start harvesting from your garden. So right now we're going to have you we're going to experience this together so that you guys can see one of the process, which is like transplanting your seedlings into your tower garden. So she's going to portray that for us, after which I might have one more question, then I'll do a presentation of what we're talking about in case you're still lost. But while we go on with this, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to drop, whether you're in the Zoom or you're watching on social media. because we like that before you leave this space, you have all the information you need to take action, to start growing your own fruit and vegetable. Okay. All right. So let's go into that and see how you're doing it.
All right. So you could leave it on this device. Let's leave it on the Mac. Okay. So I'm going to get up and take you over to my.
I need to highlight your phone, the one you're going to be using.
You could leave it. No, it doesn't give me the turnaround camera for some reason.
Okay.
So leave it as it is. I'm just going to pick up my MacBook and go over. All right. So just bear with me.
All right.
Follow me. All right. So I know the light is on. I might have to turn it off. But this is my tower garden. And as you can see, I'm about 5'9". So it's a little bit over under, probably 5'7" or so. Okay.
And just to add that, with that, you can have extension kits if you want it longer than that, but that's the standard, like the normal size it comes with. If you want it longer, you can add onto that.
Yes. And also just to clarify something, I just started the tower garden basically like 2 weeks ago. So this is just the beginning. So I just transferred the seedlings into the pots. There's a total of 32 pots on the tower garden. Okay. So that being said, that means you could have 32 different fruits and vegetables on this tower garden. And the space itself, it only takes about 3 by 3 square feet. So basically like the size of, let's say your night table. It doesn't take much room whatsoever. Okay. Do you want me to continue?
Yeah. Can you show us, like, is it possible you show us the tank?
The tank, yeah. I'll just have to bring my camera down.
Yeah. So you see the space down there, guys? It literally take like 3 by 3 feet. Like she said, that's 10% space. So you can take out your coffee table if you want and put this there, and it's a good display in your living room, and it's going to be a talking point, and you can start going. That tank down there is where the water and the mineral that the plants are going to use to grow is stored, and then the system is set to function by itself. It's not like you're going to be the one doing anything. Once you set it up right, it start running, and that's how you start growing. Can you tell us some of the vegetables you're growing?
Yes. So I have, let me turn off the light. Maybe that will help. Okay. Does that help a little bit?
Yeah.
I'll put the light back on. Put it back.
Put it on, that's fine. Put it on, sorry.
I know, no problem. All right. So I have spicy greens, spicy baby greens. I have basil. I have gourmet lettuce. I have, what's this one? This one is mild baby greens, and I have kale. So far, I intend to get spinach. I intend to get red bell peppers. I intend to get what we call in Yoruba atarodo, which is Jamaican pepper, because I need that for my soup. So those are, and then as I said, I started this basically the first week of January, right from the seed, and I'm going to show you where it started off from. And I just transferred these into the pots this week.
All right, yeah, just show us the rock wool real quick.
Okay. All right, so this is the rock wool itself, and okay, this is one. Let me put my.
And it comes with everything you need to start growing, like everything: the rock wool, the net pot, the timer, the light. If you're growing indoor, yeah. Yes,
everything. So. I left a few of the seedlings. You see, I left the seedlings in the rock wool. So this is the rock wool itself. Okay, it's basically good. It's a good medium to help retain fluid. And instead of using soil, because this is soilless, you put let me bring one over. Okay. That's close up. You add your seedlings into those holes, and then on top of it, put what we call vermiculite. And vermiculite is a good medium that basically holds on to moisture and basically helps the seed to grow. So this is the basil after about roughly 2 weeks, right here. That's basil. And right here, I have mild baby greens, okay, that I have not transferred into the pot. And I can show you how I'm going to do I'm just going to transfer one just for the sake of demonstration.
Yes,
Okay.
this one is fine, so we can.
Yeah. Okay. So let me put this down. So I'm going to grab the basil with the rock wool, okay? And I'm going to come over to the Tower Garden. Sorry if you're not seeing everything clearly.
You can see that.
You see that? Okay. So I'm going to put it right into this pot right here and drop it in.
As easy as ABC.
That's it.
Mhm.
That's it. And
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
That's all.
All right. So thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. We're going to come back to you right now. I want to do a presentation just so that you'll understand the whole concept of what this is and know that this is not just individually. I mean, it can start individually, but it can be really more than that. And if there are questions, then we'll attend to them. So let me know if you can see my screen. Once you can see my screen, let me know. I'm going to rush through that so we catch up with time. All right. I believe you all can see my screen. If you can, let me know in the chat. Can you all see my screen? Okay. Start from the beginning. View and then slideshow. All right, Tower Thursday, let it grow, and we're going to grow together. It's another session of Gardening Made Simple with Priscilla. So what is Tower Garden? As you can see, Tower Garden is simply a vertical system of growing that grow plants using air rather than soil. You know, so we know that out here we don't have that much space as we normally would, especially back home. So sometimes we can't even grow some of the fruits and vegetables that we like to eat. But this is a system where the base holds water, and then with nutrient mixture, and the electronic pump sends water upward through the tower, and then it drips down onto the root of the plants. So that is basically what a tower garden is. Sorry, we're going to watch this video, simple demonstration of what that is. Amazing. So that is the tower garden system. And that is how it works. You saw some of the advantages. It's kid friendly, it's parent approved. You grow all year round. You can grow indoor, outdoor. You save money on fruits and vegetables and all of that. And these are just some 5 facts about it. It increases yields about 30%. The plant grows up to 3 times faster than if you were doing traditional gardening. It uses just 2% water. That's 98 less water. And it uses just 10% space. That's 90% less space. 3 by 3 feet, I believe. And then fewer problem with pests or pollution. And we don't use any chemicals and all that. So what do you grow in your tower? You may be thinking. Here is just an example of some stuff that you can grow. In addition to this, I personally grow pepper, habanero pepper. Anybody who come from Africa, you sabi say we like chop pepper, right? How would you like to grow your own pepper? Yeah, I grow that. I grow some of our vegetables from where I come from Bali. It's called jama. I was able to grow it on my tower. I was able to grow another one called green on my tower as well. And next time I'm planning to do okra, because I love me some pepper soup okra, very spicy. And then I'm also looking to grow this one vegetable that we have back home, which when we come to the Oyibo land, we start missing some of those delicious vegetables. But with this system, you can start growing your own right in your living room. You don't need a yard. You don't need to buy land to do that. My African people, hope una the yeah, this pigeon why did not cancel na for una. But yeah. Okay, let's continue. So how your tile garden looks like in about 4 to 6 weeks. As you can see here are some pictures of what it will look like. The first picture, bottom left, September 22nd to October 27th. Within a month, you see what it looks like already. It grows really quick. And our tile garden flex system, which is the system you can use to grow outdoor, was actually named one of the best indoor gardening system by NBC News 2021. So that's something for you to consider, and just look at all this goodness. Let me just pause for a second so you all can take a good look and admire. Look at the tomatoes. Look at the garden egg. Oh, that's what I was looking for. When I said there's another vegetable, is garden egg a vegetable or fruit?
That's a good one.
I know. Does anyone know, is garden egg a vegetable or fruit? That's a good one. I need to look that into. Sometimes I get confused. Also tomatoes. I know tomato is a vegetable. Okay, let me not embarrass myself. I'll go and ask Google after. But look at all this goodness, the cabbage, the lettuce, and all of that. That is stuff that you can grow in your living room if you want, or in your balcony or your backyard if you prefer. And then we did a survey, or the company did a survey of about 20,000 Americans, and found that 4 in 5 Americans have grown their produce over the past year. And it makes sense because 2020 was a crazy year. People were, the grocery stores were like always empty, food shortages, people were stocking food like crazy. So smart people started thinking smart and started growing their own food. But some, okay, yeah, let me end there. And all of those, and for out of those 4 in 5, 76% claim it's their hobby. Yes, I'm also enjoying the process, so I'll understand them saying that. And 86% said they're eating more fruit and vegetable. I mean, it's just from your tower garden to your pot. You don't need to drive to anywhere, so it makes sense that you will crave more fruit and vegetable. 6 in 10 said that witnessing panic buying at the beginning of the pandemic inspired them to start growing. So I asked the question again, with all the food shortages that is going on right now, are you not inspired to start growing your own fruit and vegetable? 37% of them are interested in gardening because it's more affordable than grocery stores. Tell me about it. Somebody was inspired to start growing because of the price of pepper. So I don't know about you. And then The average American save about $45 per person on fruits and vegetables every month once they started growing. And it's true, because think about it, how much do you spend on fruits and vegetables on a weekly basis? Add it up to a monthly basis, it builds up. And if you want to look at it for the course of a year and calculate how much you spend on fruits and vegetables, you are going to see that. But once you start growing yours in your living room, it helps you save money. And the good thing, you're eating fresh, not the one that has traveled over 10,000 miles. They've sprayed with all kinds of chemicals so it doesn't get bad, pesticide and all of that. So take control of your food source. Gardening can also help you improve your mental health, your overall diet. There are many benefits actually. You get to grow plants 3 times faster. I already mentioned that. You don't have to dig, you don't have to weed, cuts groceries price bills, clean food, control over your food, nutrient dense, colorful, tastier and better smelling, and educational resource, especially for your kids. Just because they didn't grow up in Africa doesn't mean they have to miss out on that experience of watching a plant grow from when they plant it to when they are harvesting. This is a good learning experience, especially for parents out there. Consider getting one and have your kid have that amazing experience. Moving on, tower garden is not just about personal use. It can be more. So if you're a parent, this is something you can consider introducing to your kids' school. In church, you guys can, if you're a pastor or you belong to a church, you guys can consider starting a community or church project with the tower garden where you feed your Christians. If you're a restaurant owner, you can consider growing one so that you're able to provide your kitchen with fresh vegetables right from the tower garden. So we're going to watch these short videos and it just goes to explain more about that.
There is a myth that marginalized communities want cheaper food. No, they want healthy food. Kids are getting fatter. They're getting sicker. I have 200-pound sixth graders. And to me, that's appalling. I can't accept that. It's just not right. Listen, when kids lose weight and they go home and they're bringing food home to their families, and grandparents are getting involved, and parents are getting involved, and people are talking about what's going in their bodies, plant by plant, classroom by classroom, we're changing outcomes and we're changing destinies. I have kids who are teachers now. I have kids who are aspiring to things and jobs and places that they've never imagined. That to me is exciting. Put a seed in the ground. Put a seed in the ground. It's that simple.
I'm Lindsay Garoline, and I'm the founder of Rebel Earth Urban Farms here in Escazú, Costa Rica. We are located on the terrace of a LEED certified sustainable hotel that is going to be opening here soon. And our purpose is to provide fresh produce for the restaurant here on the premises. Tower Garden is a vertical aeroponic growing system. Each tier has 4 slots for plants. And here's the root system. It sits in here, and there's a pump in the bottom. It shoots water up through the center, and the water trickles down and drips on the root systems of each plant. And this basin holds 20 gallons of nutrient water. The towers were created with the intention of making it easier for anyone who wanted to farm to do so. And also they're ideal for the setting that we're in because we have the capacity to grow our own fruits and vegetables here on the premises of the hotel on the terrace. with very little space. On our commercial units that we have here, we're growing 44 plants on every tower. We have 15 towers. Because the purpose of our farm is to cater to the restaurant here at the hotel, I talk with the chef regularly, and he lets me know what he's in need of, and that gives me an idea of what I need to harvest. We also are trying to develop a rotation of planting and harvesting to meet the demand of the restaurant. I am by no means a master gardener. I have minimal experience. My experience is in backyard gardening and having my own tower garden at home. And I was able to take what little experience that I have and create this urban aeroponic farm. And I think that my personal experience is very indicative to the fact that anyone can use the tower garden and do something different. I want people to understand that anybody can grow their own food with this.
All right. So that was tower gardening in school and at the restaurant. So now we're going to watch another video that shows the tower garden experience at the airport. So you see, tower garden is actually more.
With temperatures in the 40s, it feels like fall is gone before it started. It's left green country looking a little bit browner and may have you wondering, where do I find fresh local produce? Well, we found some farmers who've taken their operation inside.
We got 1,368 towers. Most of them are 44 ring stall or 11 ring stall and have 44 slots. Some of them are 13 and have 52. Altogether, we've got a little over 62,000 individual slots for individual plants at any given time.
Row after row, filled from top to bottom, seedling or harvest ready. This greenhouse knows no season.
This is some Lola Rosa. This is a lemon sorrel.
The growing season never stops for Rob Walenta at Scissortail Farms.
Provide produce for the local community. Typically, it comes from California or Arizona, and then it's trucked in. So we're able to provide for the local community without having to go through those channels.
To make it all happen, a boiler system for heat, lighting to extend the days, water that's conditioned, none of it lost except to evaporation. It's a practice allowing us to reimagine the local farm, and it begins here.
They spend 1 to 2 weeks in here for the root system to develop before they go into the tower.
Once in the tower, the plants blossom and the roots take off.
We transfer them into the towers, and the roots continue to grow as nutrients rain down over them.
Once picked, they wind up in a handful of restaurants and local grocery stores across Green Country before making their final stop with you. Max Resnick, 2 News works for you.
All right. So hope that shows you that tower garden is actually meant for more. No, don't play again. No. Come on now.
What's up?
Technology. Go to the next. Yeah. So you can keep growing in the winter, in the summer, or year round. Just a little difference between the tower garden flex, that's the home system, and the outside system. The main one is just that when you're going outside, the plants get natural light from the sun, so they do not need the LED light. And then the flex is a little bigger. Comes with everything you need to start growing, everything, okay? And it's a gift that keeps on giving. This is something that you can offer your parents if you don't want to start one for yourself. It's going to be a good experience for them, so they can keep experiencing farming, because that's what most of our parents do back home. And when they come here, they're kind of bored. So this can help keep them occupied. There's a short song. I'm not going to play all of it, just half. It's the theme song for this tower garden.
You don't know me, but my name's Cy. I'm just the old hair delivery guy. But it seems like trees might be worth a try. So I say, let it go.
My name is Dan.
And my name's Rose.
Our son Wesley kinda glows.
And that's not good, so we suppose we should let it grow. Let it grow, let it grow. You can't reap what you don't sow. Plant a seed inside the earth. Just one way to know its worth. Let's celebrate the world's new birth. We said let it grow.
My name's Mary and I am 3. I would really like to see a tree. La 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 la. I said let it grow.
And I'm going to end there. I'm sure that you got the message from that song. Let it grow. Plant a seed inside the earth and let it grow. And you heard the young little girl, she's 3. She would like to see a tree grow. I'm sure that's the same way your kids feel. They don't just want to be eating all these fruits and vegetables, they want to see it grow. So give them that opportunity. And with that, I believe that's the end of this. Hold on, don't wait. So now you know better, you have to do better, okay? Grow yourself to greater health. You ready to start growing? Get back to the person that invited you to this call. Or if you're on the call, we can sit and get some questions. If you're watching from the social media, any social media platform, get back with the person who's streaming and start growing. Grow to better health, because we really need to take control of our food supply. Okay. So thank you all for watching. I hope that the session was informative. I hope that you are inspired to start growing. Grow a garden in your living room, in your backyard, in your balcony. It's good presentation. It's good experience, you know. Harvesting the fresh fruits and vegetables, you don't need to wash it. You can chew directly from the tower. It's just amazing, and you will not have that experience until you try. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Join us every Thursday, 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and learn how to grow. Let's grow together. So now we are going to get a Facebook by social media.